ما شاء الله.
ماشي هذا صاع
سو دوان احمد سوري حق سوسي سوري يا مشكلة يوسف شيخ يوسف نوية We're going to start at 3:05. Yeah, شيخ يوسف. يا أي بعد شو يسأل كسيستم أنا وبالله أنا وقت الله ما ست حين وبالله ده شن دقيقة كنت أفصل ما
صباح كل شو يستوي
سوبر بايجرام سوبر فيه Two more minutes. 3:05 I'm allowing. حاول تعرف كثير. I believe you're already in the building. Is that right?
I'm not in the building. I'm just pulling up to.
Okay. We'll see you in a little bit then. The third floor, the same place we had it yesterday. Okay. Bye-bye. One more minute. Like in 3:05 was at 11. One more minute. We're going to start it at 3:05. Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Eid Yusuf Ali. I am the president of MULDA. We're here today to share some of the developments about the city ordinance that was passed yesterday by the City Council, Minneapolis City Council member. I have here some of the community leaders, some of the drivers who have been with us for the last 12 months. And we just want to share our concerns, and also we also want to let the folks of Minneapolis know that this is something that we have been fighting for quite some time. So I want to have some of these community leaders here with me to also express some of their concerns and also support. I will be hosting, or I'll be kind of running this today as the head of MULDA, and I will start first with the executive director of Ayana, who is next to my left, who will say a few things about why we are here today.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most gracious. Peace and blessings be upon the Prophet and the Prophets of God. My name is Yusuf Abdullah, and YUSUF Abdullah ABDULLE. I'm the Executive Director of Islamic Association of North America, known as Ayana. Ayana consists of 40 Islamic centers across the nation. 15 of those centers are here in the state of Minnesota. We represent a large number of the Muslim Somali community here in the state of Minnesota. It's a faith-based organization. Today I would like to express my support and our full support, and that we are giving that support to the drivers of Uber and Lyft drivers, and in this city of Minneapolis and the state of Minnesota as well, that they need to get their rights, and this is what our faith tells us, to support those who need the support, and those who are underserved, those who are economically in difficulties. And as we know, the drivers are going through very tough times, especially the drivers of Uber and Lyft. Their wages are unacceptable, the wage that they're receiving. Their work condition is very unacceptable, and the deactivation policy that is currently being run by Uber is very unacceptable. We need to support them, and that's why I'm here today representing all these centers and imams and directors. And I would like also, for that support, I would like to call our mayor of City of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, to support and sign the ordinance that was passed by the councilors of the City of Minneapolis. Had it been there any difficulties, if there was any difficulty or discrepancies or things that are unreasonable, it would have been rejected by the members of the council. So since it passed, and that body, very important body of our city of Minneapolis, and we would like to call the mayor to sign it and to put the interest of the drivers and ahead of the interest of the corporate America. We all know that corporate America does not support the workers unless workers fight for their rights, and unless city, state, and federal officials and elected officials support and put their support behind the workers. We know this country has a history of abusing the workers, and unions had a long history of fighting such an oppression against the workers. We know all that history, that long history. So the same thing is going on today, and these workers are going through tough times, and this is the time they need to support our conscience, our faith, our morality, tells us to support the weak, the underpaid, and the oppressed. We need to support them. There is no any other option for us. We cannot have both. We cannot have faith, and we cannot have, morality without supporting the weak and people who are in need. And we know that. That's what's going on here in these cases. And Uber needs to be accountable, and Lyft as well, and all other companies that own these transportation companies. They need to be responsible of paying well and protecting the workers. If they fail to do so, it is the duty of the city, state, and federal officials to take their responsibility and make sure these drivers get their rights. So in conclusion, I would like to say today's the day that we're calling the mayor of our beloved city, Minneapolis, to take that brave action and support this ordinance and sign it into law. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Imam Yusuf, who is the executive director of Ayana. And now we do have also some of our other allies. Here to my right, here is Ahmed, who also represents Drivers Union. He came all the way from Seattle, Washington, and he would like to just show his solidarity today. Ahmed, welcome.
Thank you very much, Eid. My name is Ahmed Mahmoud. I am a Drivers Union representative in Washington State. I also want to thank for Stephen Kobo. He's really a great person who supported for drivers as an illegal, and also our all entire MULDA team been working tirelessly for almost 12 months. This was really and the first drivers and organizers that I ever seen just doing such a great job. I think this is in a part of humanity. That is why I'm saying this is drivers deserve to pay the bill for their families. They work very, very hard every single time. Also, our community should be a part of that because of thousands of drivers deserve to get, a minimum wage in their city who are not getting. I've been here since yesterday getting for Uber, and I never see, how cheap it is. And the driver, what he's getting, he's just getting only $5, $6 when he drives for 10 or 12 miles, which is unfair. And I know the charge that they already, what they charge me, over $22, and then the driver getting for $7 or $8, and most of it taking the corporate, which is Uber and Lyft, companies who are multi-billionaires. They even want, threatening the law that city, councilors passed yesterday. And I know also the other legislators, sometimes they are only looking for their interest. They are not looking, the people who elected them to come for these positions and suffering for hard work that they are doing, which they are not making even what is, amount of to pay or to care for their families. I am to the lawyer, to the mayor. This bill passed and it's in your hand. If you want to of people for a multi-billionaire company, that is up to you. If you want to commit other committed you for and coming back and look there like their income to just give us to pay the bill in families, that is real you too. So watching you, everybody nationwide and all over what you do in this bill in your hand, you can want it, but you kill and while the interest of a multi-billionaire person unfair to and everywhere. Please, the bill, don't kill people struggling and doing a great job. Well, thank you very much.
who is, like I said, from all the way Seattle, Washington, and who was a long time supporter for MULDA. Now I'm going to pass the baton to Siad Ali, who's also a community leader, and I'll give him 2 minutes to show his solidarity. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Siad Ali, and I'm here to support Uber and Lyft drivers. If there is a fair, they are asking safety. They are also asking fair wages, and this is the right thing to do. And I am thankful the City Council of Minneapolis for passing this bill. They have done the right thing. I'm also asking our mayor to support this bill and sign it. This is the right thing to do, and this is the right time to do. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Thank you. May God bless the United States.
Thank you, Siad. And also, I'm going to give another opportunity to another really strong supporter of MULDA, who is a community leader, Mr. Jamal. Come up here, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Well, thank you. In short, I'm not going to say too much, but I just came from the mayor's office, and we've been talking to him, reaching him since yesterday, and he is not opening up on this issue, and rumors has it that he said he's going to veto it. He's now giving an interview to a television in his office, and it's not that we are asking something. You know, power doesn't give anything voluntarily. You just don't ask. You demand it. You need to organize yourself. You are a very strong voting blocks. You put these people in the office. You can kick them out of the office. So we're not begging anything. We're not asking anything. This is a modern slavery. We are demanding. We're asking them to deliver what they promised when they were running for an office. So I urge the community to organize grassroots organization and make them suffer when they run for an office. Let them see the anger and the frustration of this community, because we are all taxpayers.
Yes.
We pay tax to this building. The mayor is going to have a budget speech about the money he took from the community alongside many other Minnesotans in this city of Minneapolis. So it's not a matter of will you do it or they have to do it. If the mayor vetoes it, the community will take an action on that on the voting blocks. They will organize themselves and they will deliver their voice. They will speak out, and the community, the mayor will know where they stand. Since yesterday, last night, since this morning, the mayor is digging into his trench for whatever reason that we don't understand. So with that, I will ask the community to continue organizing themselves, grassroots level of organization. They are all eligible voters. Make sure you vote. Make sure you go and you vote. You put the mayor in the office.
Yes.
You put him there.
Right. Yes.
You know.
Yes. We did.
Yeah, and he's ignoring us now. So with that, I would like to thank the organizers, and we support this. And this is not the end of the story. This is just the beginning. You know,
Yes.
this is just the beginning, and we will not go away. We will not just go gentle into the good night. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jamal, for your support. It's something that we have expected, and this, yes, you're right. I mean, this is not going to be the end, it's going to be the beginning. I definitely agree with you. Now, I'm going to pass another wonderful organizer who has been with us for quite some time, Mr. Yusuf, who is also a member of Muslim Coalition. Come over here, Mr. Yusuf.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yusuf Omar, with organizer with a Muslim Coalition. I stand before you today, filled with hope and optimism. It is a great day for the people of Minneapolis, as our city council has passed the crucial council has passed Uber and Lyft. I step forward in supporting the working drivers who have faced challenges far too long. This bill isn't just a piece of legislation. It is a lifeline for hard-working drivers who are an integral part of our city's transportation network. These drivers who have provided an essential services to our community have been grappling with the financial difficulties, struggling to pay their bills, while rideshare companies reap significant profits. While the Uber and Lyft drivers are expand, and the variety drivers who contribute to their success are often left to contend with poverty wages. Many of these individuals are unable to make ends meet, and their financial hardship have only been exaggerated by recent challenges of the world that is going on. In conclusion, I want to speak with Mayor Frey. Our city destiny is on your hand. Let's ensure that this day remains a testament to our collective will to create a better future for all. Please sign the bill, support our working drivers, and let's build a Minneapolis that stands a beacon for fairness, equality, and progress. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sheikh Yusuf, who's also, like I said, a member of Muslim Coalition. Like I said earlier, we have our allies from the community, from different backgrounds of the community. And that's why we want to show our mayor, our beloved mayor, to respect and see the urgency of making sure that this is not what people used to think. This is a real business. This is the livelihood of thousands of families who are here and who are also members of those folks who have voted for you. So I hope that you will be able to listen to the members of those community leaders who are here today, showing the support that they have for all of these hardworking drivers, specifically the organization that has put all of this together, MULDA. Now I'm going to pass the baton our beloved attorney here behind me, Mr. Steve.
Thank you. I want to start off with the fact that this is a day for celebration. And the reason it's a day for celebration is we have managed to put together an excellent ordinance. And let's talk about one thing to remember. Hours and hours of work were put in by city officials to craft this. We came to them with requests, just like we did with the legislature, but they crafted it. And through that whole time, Mayor Frey, at any time he wanted to, could have weighed in and said, I want this change, I want that change, not wait till the very end. Now, we welcome him to join this celebration, and we certainly hope he will, because it's the common sense celebration. Have you noticed something? Uber hasn't offered a single thing in this particular situation. It hasn't said, hey, we can cut our profits a little. What they want to say instead is they can keep workers making less than the minimum wage, less than every other worker in Minneapolis makes. Even though, and this isn't welfare, these are hardworking people working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, desperately trying to make ends meet. When you look at this ordinance, it is very sound. It went through the legislature, it went through City Hall, it was carefully thought through, and changes, hundreds of changes were made to make it better. There's absolutely no reason, and we invite him and we will rejoice if he joins us in signing this bill. It will make us a fairer, better city. Now, I want you to think about the fact. We had one of the drivers here from Seattle make 3 times as much as you make in Minneapolis. In New York, Chicago, 3 to 4 times as much as you make in Minneapolis. The costs for Uber are the same, because all they provide is the software. These folks provide the cars. These folks buy the cars. These folks fix the cars. These folks provide the gasoline. Uber just provides the software. And for that software, they want to keep everybody who works for them below minimum wage. They don't even come forward and say, hey, how about this? How about that? They want to keep it in that situation. I frankly do not believe the mayor will veto it. I have a lot of trouble believing something as common sense for his own constituents would be something he'd veto. If he does veto it, that's a tremendous shame. But all that will do is continue to harm families and to harm people and to harm drivers. And Uber may get the rude awakening they don't want, which is their drivers cannot afford to be drivers anymore. They're drivers who have held out the optimism, having made twice as much money a few years ago than they make now, having much lower expenses a few years ago than they make now, have held out, kept trying to drive so that they could hope that Uber would get sensible. But if Uber doesn't get sensible, to drive. Who can afford to pay $30,000, $40,000 for a car, pay $100 a day, they're driving 300 miles a day, and get less money than you get working at McDonald's. But McDonald's, you get all kinds of benefits. You get workers' compensation, you get paid holidays, you get all kinds of other things. They get no benefits. This is a very simple, and I remember the author said it so eloquently yesterday. This is simple, it's non-controversial, it's basic fairness. And I remember in the past when people defended sweatshops in foreign countries where kids were working under the argument that, hey, we can get our shirts cheaper, we can get our pants cheaper. That was made illegal in most of the world because it's just not fair. You need your civilians, you need your citizens to make enough money that they can be contributing, successful members of society. And Mayor Frey can do that right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Attorney. We really appreciate that. Now I'm going to turn to some drivers. I know that we're going to end this at 3:30, so we only get 3 more minutes to go. So I will call Mariana to just say a few things in 1 minute.
Hi everyone, I'm Mariana Brown and I'm an Uber driver. And what I want to say today is that it's a crying shame to see what we have to go through to put food on our table, the long hours that we worked, and the passenger that we take go back and forth to be the backbone of Uber and Lyft situation here in the state of Minnesota. They're threatening to leave as a scare tactic. Governor Walsh fought for that tactic and the bill was vetoed. And I know he gave us face after the bill was vetoed to have a conversation with us. And now it's on Mayor Frey's desk. And I'd like him to put this bill through. We don't want to wait for the task force. Everybody's talking about the task force to do their job, which is next year. We need food on the table now. The drivers need compensation now. They're getting frustrated. They're very angry, and we need to give them something to fall on. And I want to mention something yesterday. In the city council, there is Latrice, I think is Vito, that's her name, something like that. And she stated that she don't want the drivers to be unhappy. She don't want us to be disappointed again. But which drivers she's talking about? Us? We're here we are fighters. We're fighting. So whether or not anything happened, we're here fighting, and we're going to fight until tooth and nail until we get results. One way or another, Uber and Lyft going to have to crack, and we need to take our power back. And this is what we're building right here, people power, and everybody need to get involved and join this fight, because at the end of the day, we're winners, and we're not going to take no for an answer anywhere that we go. And that's all I want to say. We need to move forward.
One thing to add to that. The mayor should talk to us first. So far, he hasn't talked to MULDA. So far, he hasn't sat down with us and gone over his concerns. He's only talked to people who are not part of MULDA. He should sit down, if he's even considering the veto, sit down with us, have a conversation, and understand what the true facts are before he makes a decision. One of the things, unfortunately, that happened on the state level is we didn't have those conversations in advance. Don't wait till after. Have those conversations now. He's just down the hall. We're willing to go down there anytime he likes.
And what they want to add, they more believe the big lie from Uber and Lyft than believe the drivers. If anybody want to see, we could show you firsthand what we make and what we make. And if you take Ubers, you should know. You ask your passenger the driver next time to ask them how much they make. They could show you. They don't have to lie to you, because right there in the app, and you'll see who's telling the truth, not Uber and Lyft.
Well, thank you so much. I think it's 3:30. We're going to end it, but we're going to have at least 2 or 3 questions from the media if they have it. But this is going to be the end of our press conference. And thank you, all of you who have participated in this press conference. We really appreciate it. If the media doesn't have any questions, we're going to end it there. Otherwise,
You're requesting $15 an hour. Are you saying like after expenses like gas, insurance, that kind of stuff, or is that just coming out of the $15 an hour?
see if are you